This is a battle of the printer, the Brother QL1110 NWB versus the Rollo. Cue the explosion. How's it going, everybody? My name's Eric, and in this video we're going to go over a battle of the printer between the Brother QL1110 NWB versus the Rollo. Both of these printers are thermal printers. They don't use ink, they don't use toner, they don't use regular printer paper. Both built with these print heads that use a heat to transfer an image onto a thermal compatible label. So they'll both be able to print shipping labels like this that you'll be able to peel and stick onto your packages. If you guys haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. And before we get into the nitty-gritty of the comparison, I wanna let you guys know that there is a index of the video in the description where you can go look at a specific feature or function of the printer that you might wanna look at, so you don't have to watch the whole video because it's really, really long. But to give you a recommendation right off the bat between these two is very hard because the Rollo is better in some aspects and the Brother is better in other aspects. So for this video, it's a lot harder to give a recommendation like right off the bat. It's really dependent on what you want out of your printer. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'd love to give you a recommendation right now so you don't have to watch the whole video. All right, with that being said, the first thing we're gonna get into between these printers is price. Thermal printers are not really that cheap. Price is a big barrier to entry for a lot of people because you're gonna spend $100, maybe $200, closer to $300 depending on what printer you're looking at, what model, what kind of features that you're trying to get. The Rollo right now comes in at $199.99 off of Amazon's website. They used to sell it for $169, then they bumped the price up to $179. Then rumor has it a video went viral on TikTok, and since then, Rollo has bumped the price up to $199. If you look at the Amazon listing, it has this $299 slashed out price and telling you that you save $100, and that's 100% psychological marketing. That printer is not sold anywhere online for $299. That's a marketing strategy by Rollo, so just ignore that. You're not getting $100 off. They might pop up secondhand on eBay for close to $150. Rollo also will post a refurbished model on Amazon when they have them in stock for close to $150 to $160. Now with the Brother QL1110 NWB, the price of this comes in at $279.99 when it's in stock. And I say that because every time I see this thing stock, it sells out. I post on Instagram when it comes back in stock and it sells out within hours. The availability of this printer is a lot harder to get a hold of than the Rollo. People are scooping them up to resell them on Amazon at $400 a pop or on eBay upwards of $400 and $450. Why somebody would pay that much for this printer, I really don't know, but strictly looking at price without taking anything into consideration, cheaper wins. I'm going to slightly give a win to price for the Rollo just because it is cheaper, but they are creeping their price up, closing the gap between them and the Brother QL1110 NWB. All right, now we're gonna get into compatibility, which could be a make or break point for a lot of people and their businesses. If you take a look at the Rollo in the back, you have a USB port only. The other one's just for power. And with that USB port, you have to plug it into either a Mac, a Windows, or you can plug it into a Linux computer and print from those systems with your wired connection. There are workarounds using Raspberry Pi, creating print servers, plugging it into your router that allows you to network the printer, but those are more complicated solutions for a lot of people that aren't tech savvy, so we're not going to go into detail on those. When it comes to the Brother QL1110 NWB, you get a handful more of flexible printing options. You can print this from a Windows PC, you can print it from a Mac, you can print it from a Linux, but you could do all of that wireless. As you can see right there, there is a little Wi-Fi icon and a WPS button. There's even a Bluetooth connectivity. You can network this to your router, to your home network, and you can print from multiple computers as well as mobile phones, Android or iPhone, as well as iPads or Android tablets. With platforms like Poshmark, people that just run their business more mobilely than they do from a computer, this might be a convenience where the higher price and flexible options is justified because of the features that you get. I have tutorials specifically for the Rollo and for the Brother QL1110 NWB, installing it with different systems, and I've gotten really good feedback, especially on the Brother videos, because the step-by-step installation that I do is actually easier than if they try to do it through Brother's direction. So I will put a link to those tutorials in the description. If you end up getting either of these printers, I really think those tutorials will help you out. Another compatibility feature of the Brother printer, you can print with it without a wireless network, without a cord, without internet, because it has Bluetooth and it has what's called direct Wi-Fi connection, I think is what it's called. So if you're at like a warehouse or a garage or storage unit and you don't have a wireless network, that could be something that you specifically need. And I have had that comment or question before, if you can print from your phone without internet. And with this printer, you can on both iOS via direct Wi-Fi or on Android with the Bluetooth function of this printer. Now we're going to talk about platform compatibility. So if you're selling on eBay, Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, Instagram, and using Pirate Ship, maybe you are using StockX or Mercari, it doesn't matter what platform you're selling on. If that platform itself is compatible with 4x6 thermal printing, meaning that they have a 4x6 option in the settings, then it will work with either of these printers. They both can print 4x6, they both can print smaller labels than 4x6, Amazon FN SKUs. They can print personal barcodes and labels. They could both print name badges perfectly fine. There's a lot of confusion when it comes to labels and label sizes. Both of these printers will integrate with any platform shipping solution, PayPal, USPS, UPS, FedEx, wherever it is 4x6 compatible. They will both work perfectly fine, perfectly equal. Now when it comes to label compatibility, there is a big difference between these two printers. The Rollo printer, similarly designed to Zebra, is non-proprietary label design, meaning that it can work with any type of label. It uses IR sensors in here to see the distance between the labels, and essentially any 4x6 thermal label you can throw at it, it will be able to print on. So it gives you more flexibility with your label options. If you want to buy the Rollo fanfold labels from Amazon for $20 for 500 labels, that end up costing you like 3.9 cents a label, which I actually don't recommend that you buy. You can. If you have a bunch of Dymo labels at your house and your Dymo printer broke, you can put them in here and you can use them. For some reason you have a UPS or FedEx account that allows you to order the giant shipping rolls for no cost, you can use those labels. But when it comes to the Brother printer, the way that they designed this printer, they want you to be able to easily swap label rolls, and with that feature, you have to use what are called Brother DK rolls that have to have this plastic rolly thing with this foot on it that presses down on those pins that touch the motherboard and tell the printer what size labels they are. They have to have this little black square on it that you feed into a sensor that senses when the label starts and when the label stops. That is called a proprietary label design, which is a type of label design that might make or break the decision for you to get a Brother. Or it might be just something that you live with because of the added features and flexibility of the Brother printer. And to put into perspective, if you have to buy labels regardless, on Amazon you can get fanfold labels 4x6 that work with Rollo from a third party that's not Rollo for 1.3 cents per label. I will put a link to that labeled listing in the description, and you can also buy labels in bulk that will fit with this printer from this company called Betkey, and they come out to about 2.5 cents a label. So if that difference in cost is negligible to you for the convenience, then by all means, it's something that you can live with in order to get the Brother printer. Now we're gonna talk about overall design of the printers. The Rollo and the Brother are completely different in design. This is a rectangle stapler kind of thing, and this is a Pac-Man clamshell kind of design. And on a Rollo, they're gonna have to sit behind the printer, either in a stack fanfold or on a label holder that Rollo sells for an extra $20 cost. So that's another thing to think about. Or you can get a box and a chopstick and create your own roll holder. All it has to do is have a point of rotation. This can sit on your desk or below your desk and print labels that way. As we touched on before, the Brother has these labels that you drop in and feed through. So it's all contained within the printer, which is my personal preference of design, because it sits just like this on your desk. It takes up less space, it looks neater, but to each their own. It's just a difference in design. Not to say one is better than another, they're just different. Both printers have print heads that are extremely easy to access in order to clean. The basic maintenance accessibility of these printers is pretty much equal. The overall build quality is better on the Brother when you get both of these in hand. This is a cheaper Chinese plastic, but when it comes to the Brother, the plastic's actually better. The overall build is better. When it comes to warranty, it's pretty cut and dry between the two of these. The Rollo offers a 1-year warranty and the Brother offers a 2-year warranty. So obviously longer warranty would be better. If your printer for some reason were to malfunction or break, you could reach out to either company within that time frame and they are supposed to fix it or replace it for no charge. That's built into the price. It gives you a little bit of peace of mind. I don't think either printer should break within that time period. They're pretty reliable, durable machines. But again, if you want that peace of mind with a 2-year warranty versus the Rollo's 1. You may think that all thermal printers are created equally when it comes to print quality, but that is not the case, and that's what we're gonna talk about right now. Print quality is measured in what's called DPI, dots per inch, and that's basically a resolution of how dense a image or text or barcode can print through a thermal printer. The Rollo is a 203 DPI thermal printer, which is the lowest quality that is acceptable for shipping standards in the United States, while the Brother QL1110 NWB is a 300 DPI printer. Higher DPI means a higher resolution, so it actually prints a crisper image, and that's really important when it comes to small logos, text, or pictures, if that's for whatever reason what you're using the printer for. When it comes to just labels, if you look really hard, there is a slight quality difference. This is a 300 DPI label, and this is a 203 DPI label. If you had them in person to compare, especially the small text is more readable and a higher quality print on a 300 DPI printer, but a 203 DPI printer will work perfectly fine for shipping labels and will probably be perfectly fine for most applications anyways. I'm gonna touch quickly on software. The Rollo doesn't really come with any software, but you can still print things off of Adobe InDesign. You can print things off of Microsoft Word or whatever. Brother does come with some label designing software for Mac, for PC, for Android, as well as iOS. So if you want to print this is a set do not separate sticker from Amazon, or if you want to print a thank you sticker or a warning sticker, an address label, you could do it all from your phone or through your computer pretty easily. And Rollo doesn't really have a software for that. So if the software is important to you, or you already know how to use the Brother software, then that might be something to think about. Last but not least, we're going to talk about customer support. Both companies are available through messaging, email, and they have a phone number. Rollo is available on the weekends with shorter hours, but Brother is available longer during the weekdays. I personally haven't had any experience with either company's customer support, but this is where you guys really could help me out. If you've had an experience with either company, I would love to hear about it in the comment section below. Other people can read it. I would love to read it just to get an idea of who actually has a better customer service, but both kind of offer the same customer service. Rollo has a ticket instead of an email, but you can still kind of send them emails anyways. Really, it's hard for me to judge who has the better customer service. I haven't heard bad things about either of them, but I've heard good things about Rollo, but that's because people buy more Rollo stuff, so I really don't know who would come on top in customer service. Definitely read some comments or drop some comments if you have had any positive or mild or negative experiences with either company. And while we're on the topic of shared experiences, if you've used either of these printers, loving it, hating it, let me know about it in the comment section below. So that's all the information that I threw at you guys for both those printers. I apologize it was long, and I hope this video helps somebody out to make a decision between these two printers that will help their business grow or become more efficient in workflow. If you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.